Alright, hello Thrift Crafters. It's been a while since we've been together. We are going to be doing something really special today. We're doing our first Greek-inspired ritual on our Thrift Crafters site. Oh, and they are excited for that too out there. And basically, every second Saturday of the month is a different libation to one of the Olympian gods. And January's is for Hera, the queen of the heavens and wife and consort to Zeus. So, we are going to be showing you better pictures a little bit later in the video of what the altar looks like, but you can see it's very purple, very peacocky, and it's supposed to be a simple libation, but I don't do anything simple. So,
you always go over the top.
That's literally my life. So,
I have a crown.
And she has a crown that she'll be representing Miss Hera. And,
Should I take my hair down?
No, it's all good. So this is just a libation, so it is very informal. And if you have any questions about the things that we are doing, please comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. But I'll explain what things are as I do them. So the first thing that we are going to do is something called creating the kernips. Kernips is the lustrial water, holy water. Basically, you're supposed to cleanse yourself of any sin, miasma, as they call it, and be purified before being in the presence of the gods. It's very simple. It doesn't need to do anything extravagant. However, in my particular practice, I work with guardians for each element, so how I cleanse and create my kernips is a little bit different from other people who call all of the gods. So today we will be calling my water guardians, Poseidon and his queen consort Amphitrite, to bless the water. And we use barley to not only purify the water, but also the ritual space. Barley is what they used to purify in those days, as well as planting the seeds of intention to grow and everything that you want to grow.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this because I have no idea what's going on, because this is not my tradition at all. I'm very Celtic, very Wiccan, so this is like super entertaining.
So here's some barley and begin. Now with this you can do barley, you can do an incense stick and then put it out in the water representing all four elements, whatever calls to you. For convenience, I did barley because I was traveling the hour and a half to get here today. So, yes. Not a lot of room in my car. So, I've put the barley in the water. Now I will create the kernips. In the names of Poseidon and Amphitrite, may their powers and energies cleanse this sacred water to be purified, to cleanse myself, in the names of the gods, to be purified, to be in their presence. And that's it. That's what she wrote. So, I'm going to take off this really gorgeous bracelet. If you can see, we went to Goodwill and found this amazing Greek key bracelet for $4. So I'm going to take that off so it doesn't rust.
We're never not thrifting.
Never not thrifting, even before a libation. So basically, you can do this however you want. Okay. However you want to clean yourself.
My turn?
It is your turn. And you say a Greek little prayer, Ekas! Ekas este bebeloi, which basically means, go away, evil spirits. Go away.
I don't want any evil spirits.
No. But when you're libating to the queen of the gods.
I've never ritual bathed on camera before.
There you go.
New things every day.
All right. So now that we are cleansed, we are going to start the ritual. And it is something called a Pompeii, or a ritual procession that leads us into the ritual space. All that means is that we are stepping out of the mundane and stepping into a sacred ritual spot and just getting us into the mindset. So, Ivy, if you would step back with me. It is as simple, ladies and gentlemen, as doing this. And we have just done a processional into the space. barley purification. So just like the Kernips, my earth guardians are Demeter and Dionysus. So I take the barley in the names of Demeter and Dionysus. May the barley purify the sacred space and plant the seeds of intention to grow. If you don't want to get a mess everywhere with the little teeny tiny barley seeds, you can put them in a bowl and just hold them into a bowl and have it more symbolic. Again,
I need to sweep my room anyway, so it's fine.
You're welcome. All right, so now, first and last, like we've mentioned, is Hestia. Hestia is the protector of the home and hearth. She is the guardian of friends, family. She will guide and guard you, so she always comes first, and she always will be last before we finish, our rituals. And it's just basically for her to protect us in this sacred space. I am not off book because things keep changing. So this is a new invocation to Hestia that I've done. O most illuminated Hestia, so are you the protectress of home and hearth. So do you protect friends and family. By your sacred flame I call to you. As you are first and last, I ask you to be present. I create the foundation to be in your service. Brick by brick, I create a strong and sturdy temple in your name. I ask you to create a holy and bright space. I thank thee, my guardian of the sacred flames. Blessed Hestia.
Blessed Hestia.
And again, we will give her a offering. What I can do in this case is just take some barley, which is the easiest offering, and I say sponde, it's libation, and just sprinkle it into her candle.
Too much.
It is too much, but you know what? It is all good. We'll try lighting her again, and if it is too much, we will take some out. And if not, then her sacred flame will just be a theory.
A theory.
Okay.
Did it?
We're going to take some out. Now, this is really good for you all to see that not everything goes perfect within a ritual, but the gods completely understand, and because we are here honoring them, that is the main objective. So don't worry if it doesn't go perfectly, it is okay. Things are going to happen. And now that we've welcomed Hestia, it is time to start the libation. Invocation to Hera. Queen of the heavens, mighty one that rules in the skies, you who hold mortal lives in your heart, I call on you to join in this libation in your honor. Please celebrate with your children. Welcome great and lovely Hera. And a general libation can be a poem, a song, a story, or one of the Orphic or Homeric hymns. I am using both hymns, plus a prayer. And when we pause the video to do our working, because it's going to be a little bit, it's going to involve some songs, but I'll explain that in a little bit. Orphic hymn number 15 to Hera. O royal Hera of majestic mien, aerial formed divine, Zeus's blessed queen, throned in the bosom of cerulean air, the race of mortals is thy constant care. The cooling gales thy power alone inspires, which nourish life, which every life desires. Mother of clouds and winds, from thee alone producing all things, mortal life is known. All natures share thy temperament divine, and universal sway alone is thine. With founding blasts of wind the swelling sea and rolling rivers roar, when shook by thee. Come, blessed goddess, famed almighty queen, with aspect kind, rejoicing, and serene. She's happy. Do you feel her?
Do a little bit.
Got a little bit hotter and heavier in here. I'm more attuned to the Greek energies than Ivy is, so I might be feeling it a bit more.
Yeah.
Homeric hymn number 12 to Hera. I sing of golden-throned Hera, whom Rhea bare. Queen of the immortals is she, surpassing all in beauty. She is the sister and the wife of loud-thundering Zeus, the glorious one, whom all the blessed throughout high Olympus reverence and honor, even as Zeus, who delights in thunder. This next prayer was actually written by one of our Hellenion members. Again, Hellenion is the organization for ancient Greek practices. Hellenion.org is the website. This was a particular thing written by Hearthstone, so we want to give that person credit because I found it really beautiful, and I'm going to read that as my prayer to her now. I praise you, great Hera, fair bride of mighty Zeus, mother of stout Ares and skillful Hephaestus, beautiful queen who walks Olympus's golden halls. Magnificent temples are yours, glorious goddess. With libations and festivals are you honored. Hera, with your fathomless eyes, your even gaze, your measured step, your poise and grace beyond compare. To each wedding day you bring joy, most honored one. By your will do lovers join in lawful marriage, as partners form a household, begin a family. Brilliant and strong-willed defender of marriage, great Hera, I honor you and ask for your blessing. And that's the prayer, is asking for her blessing. Our working with her today, which we won't have time to film on camera, but we will discuss, is going to be working with her aspect of marriage, fertility, family. Ivy's going to be talking more about women and empowerment of women and dealing with infidelities in relationships and how strength can come out of that. We're going to be listening to some songs. The songs that I most relate to her, and you all are going to laugh, are going to be the song Stronger by Britney Spears and Fighter by Christina Aguilera. Hi, I'm a 90s baby. But I think the lyrics really do represent what she goes through with Mr. Zeus's infidelities. I, however, will not be doing Peacock by Katy Perry. It is inappropriate. Look at the lyrics. I tried. It did not work. I will not show you Peacock. Cock. Peacock. That was my reference to Katy Perry. All right, so what we're going to do is we actually made some pomegranate tea. We iced it. Pomegranates are one of her symbols, as well as the peacock.
Oh, I have a pomegranate in my fridge I could have brought you.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. So the pomegranate represents that fertility because there's many seeds. It's beautiful. The coloring is just gorgeous. And so it can represent fruitfulness as well. So pomegranate is one of her symbols. So we have some pomegranate tea. What we're going to do is we are going to pour the libation for her, and we are going to share with her while we listen to the songs, while we discuss all of her wonderful things that she's in charge of, like marriage, being the queen of the skies, family-oriented, protector of women, things like that, and just drink with her. And then we are going to pause the video now, and we will be back when we start saying goodbye to everyone. So it's a libation is simply just pouring it into the cups. So we don't need to tape that. So we're going to pause now, and we'll be back after our ritual working. All right. We've had our libations with Miss Hera. There it is. We've talked about her. We talked about what she stands for. And the little devil furry children are in this room now. So if you hear that.
The tinkling.
And also the Dollar Tree altar cloth, which is and already has holes in it. That is the Cat Nova.
Yeah.
So now that we've done our working, again, a libation can simply be pouring, saying the hymns, pouring the oil, pouring a drink, and then be done. But I don't do anything too easy. So we're going to go ahead and say thank you to Hera. The rest of this is from the heart. I don't technically write down devocations just because...
Yeah, I usually don't either.
Depending on how the ritual goes, that's how I kind of feel it. So I want to thank Hera for being here specifically today. We hope that this libation...
Thank Hera for being here.
Get out. But we do thank her for being here today and for always blessing us with her presence and for ruling alongside Zeus over all of the theoi, the spirits, daemons, which is spirits, creatures, what have you, that I particularly worship. Maybe you might worship eventually. Who knows? We don't know.
And we thank her for her strength.
We thank her for her strength and for her ability to really hold communion and bind together. And I don't just say marriage as like, I do. It is really that communion and binding two together.
Yeah.
May not be a ceremony. It could be myself and Ivy being together as a witchy team. It could be Ivy getting married one day.
Soon.
Her boyfriend's home, he can hear this. Yeah, so we thank you, Hera, for always blessing us and sending us into the right direction. And also sending your peacock messengers randomly in the Target parking lot this morning. That is another story for another video that we're probably going to shoot after this. But today almost didn't happen. Hera made sure that it happened.
Yes.
So we'll explain in a little bit. So
if you want to know a very quick version of the story, check out our Instagram.
Yes, it is all there. And that is my thank you. And again, we want to send her away. We ask that you always be with us. And we do want you here always. But if you must go, we do ask that you depart in peace. And you always bless us. So blessed be.
Blessed be.
Miss Hera.
Well said.
And now we thank Hestia. Hestia, her flame has gone out, but we still want to thank her because her sacred flame will never burn out. Mm-hmm. And so thank you, Hestia, for always guiding us, guarding friends and family, and bringing us closer to the Dodecatheon, which are the 12 Olympian gods, as well as the other theoi, demigods, daemons, spirits, beings that would like to also work with us. We know you are here guarding and protecting. So we thank you, Hestia, and always be with us in home and hearth. All right, and now the ending is simply a reverse of the Pompeii. It is the ritual recession, which we basically get the rolling chair out of the way, and we step out of the ritual space. And you can still see me. So thank you guys for joining me here. Libations aren't usually this long, but we wanted to talk to you and we wanted to make sure you understood. If you have any questions or if you said, Alair, that was completely wrong, why are you doing it that way? I'll say because that's the way the gods told me to do it, but please, let's open up a dialogue. I think that's something we should be able to do. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next Swift Crafters video.